Ha! Roasted! So dumb. Hey. Hey! I saw you dunking on accounting. You want to talk about it? This seemed like the right day to argue with a stranger on the internet, so all of you are pointless. You're gonna be out of a job in 10 years anyways. We will? Tell me more. Okay, well, automation for starters. Manual data entry, it's a thing of the past. We have no need for you. You're telling me, I hate data entry. Most of us have stopped doing that for a while now. Decade or two, stuff like bank feeds, OCR. Nobody hates data entry more than we do. Okay, well, you heard of PLAID yet? PLAID's great. Once the world's financial data is available on an API, you can cut out the middleman. There's gonna be nothing left for you to do. Well, for now, we'll keep manually downloading the bank transactions because PLAID only supports the big national banks. But even if you could get all those bank transactions from an API, bank transactions aren't the same thing as financial statements or tax returns. There's some important details that happen in the middle there. Well, just a matter of time before the IRS gets on board with returnless filing like the rest of the Western world. Oh, is it? If the IRS already knows what I'm supposed to pay, just send me the form to approve. Like the rest of the world. Be done with it. Easy. Yeah, that's... Well, did you hear about the IRS just destroying 30 million information returns? As far as sources of truth go, IRS, it's not great. But in a lot of cases, they don't have important information that you need to submit your return. Like, did a dependent live with you? The expenses for your business. It's gonna have to be a lot of simplification before something like that'll work. Yeah. Thanks, Big Tax Prep. Who's that? TurboTax, H&R Block. You know they made a deal with the IRS to never make their own tax software? IRS makes their own software for the tax system? I'm not gonna need people like you to key this stuff in for us. You ever seen the IRS's online stuff? I mean, I've never had to file a tax return, but... You've never had to file a tax return? Mom, it's 1:45. I know. Carrots? Really? Carrots. The IRS could build their own tax software. Best case scenario, let's say they go out and build something like TurboTax. It still only works for simple tax situations, like 80 to 90% of taxpayers. And the people we work with today, it's not that 80 to 90%. We happily send people to TurboTax, to H&R Block. It's that last 20% that's the problem. And a lot of those people are paying in a lot of tax. Okay, well, none of it matters when they roll out the flat tax. I hate the bread with the seeds. Pardon? Flat tax. Oh, the flat tax. That just changes the rate at which people are taxed. Doesn't change anything else. The information you need, the forms, literally just changes the rates. You don't if you put it on the blockchain. Oh, the blockchain. The distributed ledger. Can you elaborate? So a public ledger. Anytime you have a public transaction, the two parties agree, an entry gets posted to the public ledger, and at the end of the year, all the IRS has to do is just pull all of your ledger entries, assess your tax. That sounds great. Getting every taxpayer, the IRS, everybody all on the same page, plugged into that. Makes it a lot easier. Can the IRS fax things into the ledger too? You are so old. You know, I saw a study the other day. 80% of accountants are gonna be replaced in 10 years. Where do I sign up? Robotic process automation. Ever heard of it? I have. Actually, let me link you to a little video on my channel about how to build your own RPA bot. Well, it's just a matter of time before it renders you pointless. RPA has been around for a while, about 20 years now, and it's great, but what I think will actually happen, it's gonna be the accountants building meaningful things with RPA, because we have a deep understanding of the problems that we need to solve. Okay, well, just a matter of time before AI gets there. Oh, care to elaborate? Machine learning. You know, even my bank is putting you out of business now. Your bank? They have an accounting system in my online banking. Does the accounting. Oh, good. What do I need an accountant for when my bank's my accountant? It's not the access to the data that's the problem. But yeah, no, let's have your bank be your accountant. We'll see how that goes. You hear about tax torpedo? Pardon? Tax. Got it? Torpedo. It's that part. It's a startup. Connects to your bank, does all your accounting and tax filing automatically. Totally revolutionary. You know, that kind of sounds like what an accountant does. Nope, SaaS. It's the future, one-stop shop. It still sounds like an accounting firm. You should see all the companies that have come and gone from this space. VCs have done a lot of shopping and stopping. You hear the next administration's shrinking the tax return down to postcard size? Well, that's back. Do I really need someone to complete a postcard for me? So they did that. What they did was they actually just scooched a bunch of stuff off that first page, made some new schedules that go behind that postcard. It's actually more pages now than it was before. Postcard's just a starting point. Oh? Then index card, like a 3x5. We're doing stuff on Post-it notes in a few years' time. But the real problem? There won't be any accountants left that can do the work. The pipeline problem. Mass carpal extinction. What's that? All accountants do is key stuff in all day. Sure. Read a study that now accountants are getting carpal tunnel earlier in life. Instead of retiring at 85, they have to retire at 55. Body's just breaking down on them. Because of all the manual entry. Yep. You know. And you know what's really gonna kick that off? 10-key malware. Oh! The year is 1996, Spreadsheet Con, Chicago, Illinois. Someone releases malware over the local network. Everybody's 10 keys infected. No! But here's the thing, all it does, makes the keys slightly harder to press. Wouldn't you know it? The people who went to that conference got carpal tunnel on average 7 years sooner than a regular accountant. You're kidding. Most people believe at this point, everybody's 10 keys have it. Those buttons are getting harder to push than ever before. Carpal tunnel in your 30s, in your 20s, mothers. But you wanna know the real thing that's gonna do you in? It gets worse. So those 30 million tax returns the IRS destroyed the other day, information returns. But yeah, I heard they're just getting started. I talked to somebody at a processing center. They're not even processing returns. People are gonna start catching on, stop filing returns. IRS stops processing returns. People stop filing returns. What do we need you for? You know, I'm gonna give you that one. I could maybe see that one happening. What a loser.